Just messages.
Yeah, just messages. Speaking of messages, hello everybody. Welcome to the Chatter After Podcast. Mike is not here with us today, so I think the hosting responsibilities fall to me. In case you don't know me, I'm Jamie, aka Swiper, and we haven't been here in a little bit, so we've got a good chunk of news to talk about. But before we get to that, just like to ask everybody how they're doing. Let's start with Joel. Joel, how's everything going? Life good?
Life's not bad. I'm existing within it, and it works out for me. So far so good. You know, basketball's back today, so I'm excited. I've been watching that.
It was back yesterday.
Well, for me, it's today. But yes, yesterday, technically, officially yesterday. So that's great for now, at least. And it's about that. I've been playing Spider-Man. That's been great. So everything's been good so far.
Yeah, I'm gonna start Spider-Man tomorrow. I thought it was today, and I'm like, nah, today ain't it.
Busy.
I haven't got the energy, so tomorrow
Busy.
it is. But Didge, what's going on, man? How have things been?
They've been good, you know. Like Joel said, basketball is back. My team doesn't play their first game until tomorrow, so I'm excited for that. But just the season in general, it's great that basketball is back because football has been kind of a disappointment this year.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, for certain teams, yeah. Trayvon. How's it going? How's things been? I know, me, Trayvon, and Joel actually saw each other at Comic-Con a couple weeks back. That was great. Was there ever a stream that was happened after Comic-Con, or is this the after Comic-Con stream?
This is the one.
We could add that to the docket as well.
Yeah, this is it.
But how have things been?
It's I'm here. I'm excited to. I've been digging into Spider-Man, so I actually beat that today. Like, well, at least the main story. So that was
try hard.
So good, so much surprises. It's great.
Excellent.
Now there were bugs. Now I will say, I ain't gonna lie. Crashed a few times.
Ooh, did it?
It did.
It's crashed on me once so far, and then I got an overheating warning once too.
Oh wow,
overheating!
Yeah,
I haven't got that.
Popped up like, yo, you might want to turn off your system for a bit. And I was right in the middle of a mission, so I was like, all right, I gotta finish this first.
Dang, dude.
It is doing. It's definitely doing a lot because it even made my projector flicker, it made it
wow.
So it's whatever they're doing, they're pushing it.
Maybe I'm not pushing it enough.
No, you're not doing enough combos.
But yeah, wait a minute.
Could that be it?
I don't know.
You might not have gotten to the most busiest parts. There's some parts. There's so much shit going on.
Because I know Final Fantasy 16 was also causing people's system to overheat and have some issues. So I wonder if the Insomniac team is running into kind of a similar thing. So I mean, patch it before tomorrow, Insomniac, and I won't have nothing to say.
They got a few patches they need to make.
Look, it didn't stop me from turning it back on. That's all that matters. It ain't stopping from going back. I said, well, all right, crash. I don't give a damn. Let's go.
Definitely let it. I let it set for 15 minutes. That's cool, right? That's cool enough.
No, I'm turning back on.
No, man, I had an overheat warning. I needed to let it cool for 15 minutes. Then I was right back at it.
See, you
pop up again.
I get the plates with the fans on the side.
I know that's what I needed to do.
That's what I got. So I ain't doing that.
I've never even heard my thing go crazy before.
I haven't either though.
That's the crazy part. I didn't hear the fan.
When it first boots up, it'll do a ooh.
Yeah, that's
after
it.
That'll be good.
Yeah, the fan. I felt over it. The fan didn't feel like it was going any crazier. It felt like it was. I think it was just yo. I think it's also pushed a little bit too close against the wall, so I put it up a bit.
Yeah.
Have you ever opened it and checked out?
It's been a while, but I have.
Alexa, remind me to clean my PS5.
Is that 5 o'clock in the morning?
No. Never mind.
It's crazy.
Never mind. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
About it later. But you know, I think the closest experience I have to Spider-Man so far is they did have I guess you could call it a booth, an event, a thing at Comic-Con where you could take a picture with Peter and Miles. They're the statues, not the voice actors or motion capture people or anything. Yeah, they're statues. With the little Venom in the background, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
The lady there, I don't know who that was.
Hey, her.
But she needs a raise.
She
needs
does.
a raise. She
was
was
on
getting all kind of
ground,
angles,
like-
laying down on the ground,
was
doing
great.
yoga poses. I'm like, my God, these pictures better be in back.
And those
And
lines were long. So I
Yeah,
was like,
the
if she's
line
doing
was
this
insane.
all day, man.
Yeah.
Like,
They had like
Probably.
several different lines that you had to like jump from one line to the next line and then go down that line, and it was all kinds of.
And that was multiple days
Yes.
like that. Starting on Thursday, it was
Yes.
like that every day.
Yes.
So it was like that. I know she's tired.
Yeah,
Like,
had I
was
known,
crazy.
we should have just got in the line on Thursday when they said they capped it, or just like waited. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
But I mean, you know, hindsight is 2020.
We got in there. That's what matters.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
finally
we
got in
did. But yeah, continuing on with Spider-Man, you know, Spider-Man has broken some records. It's been interesting because the initial like announcement of Spider-Man 2 being the fastest selling PlayStation Studios game then received a lot of corrections, or I guess like further clarifications, where they said it's the fastest selling PlayStation Studios game in a 24-hour period with 2.5 million games sold. And I think it's kind of hard to find this information. Like, granted, I didn't dig for very long, but it seems like God of War Ragnarok is the unofficial title holder for the fastest selling PlayStation Studio game with 5.1 million sales in I think about a week. And so it's interesting that they've already announced that, you know, Spider-Man is the fastest selling when it's only been, well, at this point, it's been more than a day. But usually they don't do like a 24-hour update on the sales. So, you know, that just goes to show that everybody was really looking forward to this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely expect Spider-Man to be breaking that record if it has not broken it already. It's looking like everybody talks about their experience on Discord. It seems like they really enjoyed it. It's weird being the gaming person and like have no kind of context for what is going on with this. Life has just been very, very busy. But I will try to get my hands on tomorrow. But outside of the bugs and everything, in a spoiler-free fashion, do you guys feel like this game is improving on Miles and the original Spider-Man? Do you feel like there's some things that you don't really like about this that was better in the other games? Or what's your, especially Trayvon, since you finished the game, you could honestly give somewhat of a review, you know, without the spoilers and everything. But
Okay, yeah, I can give that. I feel like the controls and the way they set up how you use certain abilities and the gadgets and stuff, I do love how they changed that. It makes it simpler instead of that menu, that big menu that pops up. Same thing that the Arkham games had, where you would bring up the big menu to select the gadget you're going to use. You don't have that anymore. They're right at the bottom. They're already set, and you just use the L1 and R1 to pick them. I like that. I think that made it a lot simpler. I do like how they actually use the controller, the triggers, the adaptive triggers, because I don't feel like most games don't really, you just push it. It's not nothing like even in Final Fantasy, I thought like it's not even like a struggle to push it down when they tell you to open something. You just push it and that's it. But in Spider-Man, you actually have to hold it in a certain position, and sometimes you like hold it there so it can like scan or whatever it's doing. So it's pretty cool. I like that they did that. There are so many surprises in here. I was not expecting at all. A lot of things that are said in here. It's great stuff. It's just if you're a Spider-Man fan, man, as you go through, you just like, oh, yeah, like so, yeah. So it's it was a lot of fun. I had a great time. Rightfully so. I feel like this is Peter's kind of story, but Miles has something to do. He has a storyline, but I feel like it's more Peter than anything.
Maybe not care now.
I mean, but yeah, it was really fun. Some of the suits are ugly.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I was kind of
Listen.
surprised. There's a lot of them that I was not
Ooh.
interested in at all. Just
I'm-
looking at the stuff they've been promoting on like Twitter and Instagram and stuff, I'm like, a lot of these I was not into. That's why I didn't get the deluxe edition, honestly.
I'm so glad I didn't. Like,
I wish I
I'm
did.
I'm
Yeah,
about
this is-
halfway through, and it's still I'm using essentially it's the suit from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 for Peter, and then Miles, it's just a basic red and black suit because out of all the suits that I got so far, I think I'm at like level 22 maybe or something like that, just leveling up. A lot of these suits are like, yo, these are trash.
Oh,
It's like they took some of the worst ones from the last game
Oh
too.
my God, they did.
Dang.
They really did.
Bro.
I was like, oh, this one's bad. Why?
Seriously, I
no.
was like, yo, why?
No. And they love switching you to them too. Like,
Yeah,
I was like,
I don't
really?
like.
keep me
Yeah,
into
when
the
you-
one that I picked, please. Like,
Yeah, when
I
you
understand.
unlock it, you automatically are equipping
Oh,
it. So there's
Not
been
all the
times-
time, but a lot of like some of them are just like,
Yeah,
oh, let me hit the menu, please. Let me change it back, please. Yeah, but sometimes like, yeah, some of them are really ugly. Yeah, there's one
Oh,
that's pretty
man.
good at the mess. I just, but no.
Right now, I just got the symbiote suit, so I've been just keeping that on for now for Peter. For
Mhm.
Miles, I got the cat suit, the Spidey cat hoodie.
Mm,
I love that.
Oh, I didn't know that was. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah,
That's
so
in the
That
that's
was
in
in
the
the
Miles game
Miles
too.
one.
yeah,
Oh, that's just the one with the backpack.
yeah. When you had the cat
and
poking
yeah,
out.
but I have
Oh,
you can pick, I like that you can change the colors. Like,
Yeah.
just for
Oh, I
yeah,
love that
I did
too.
see
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
did see that. Yeah.
So I'm like, I picked the one that fits, but I'm like, that's dope. It's just like certain ones. Some costumes are not great, so I don't mess with them or whatever.
Yeah,
Some are. I'm like, wow, these are fucking cool. Like for the longest time, I was just using the classic Spider-Man suit with the dark blue.
Okay.
I'm like, that's what I was using most of the game until I got the Venom suit.
Oh
For
man, I
Peter.
run out of those tech parts a lot too. Those whatever the hero.
Oh man, they
Yeah.
run out fast. That's
I'm
why I
like,
gotta keep
no.
doing missions.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm still upgrading. but yeah, the game is fun.
I wonder if there's a way that they can tell like who's wearing what suit, so they can see like what is the best suit and what's the ugliest suit, just
if
by.
they did,
Our eyes have. We have.
Player
I want to
choice.
know why they chose some of these ones that they brought back. I can't imagine people selecting these in the last game.
I mean, I don't know.
It's
People be
weird. It is weird.
But Trayvon, I think one of the questions I'm most interested to know: does this take the throne from Hogwarts Legacy? I don't know. Hogwarts Legacy is your game of the year, but I know you really enjoy it. Do you enjoy Spider-Man more?
Yeah.
Oh,
That was quick, too.
That was quick. That was dang. So now I actually have to ask a follow-up question because your quickness makes me question something.
Okay.
Are you saying yes because you're bitter about no
Yes.
DLC? Oh, well, there we go.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Yes. Yes.
Well, Hogwarts Legacy devs, you know what you need to do
And look,
when
I played
Trayvon's back.
Hogwarts Legacy. It was a good game, but
It
look, if
was.
you're a big Harry Potter guy or person,
Mhm.
sorry, it's very much almost the perfect game if you're really into that stuff. I'm not a big Potter
But
person.
once
so-
you finish,
It's
but see,
not
once
anymore.
I'm
done.
finished, I'm done.
Like
That's
it's
all I'm
no,
good.
but
So
like
for me,
I
it
would
would've been
like to
perfect.
just still like
There's too much shit that I don't give a shit about in that game. So it's like I'm good with it being done.
No, I get what Trayvon means though. Like once you were done with the story,
it's like
there was
done.
nothing tying you to wanting to come back. Like
No,
I
I
didn't
get-
feel
I
like I
get
wanted
that.
to go.
No,
I didn't feel like
Ah.
I wanted to.
like you get that thing that you ride at the very end of that game, and like I barely use that motherfucker.
yeah,
Like-
you know, like
Yeah, I didn't need that. I was flying everywhere anyway.
Yeah.
I kind of see what you're saying at the same time. Like Tears of the Kingdom is kind of sort of the same way. Like after you beat the final boss,
Mhm.
you either will start a new save file where you're essentially starting over,
Mhm.
or you go back
You're being
to the
classic.
point where you were before the boss and you just continue to play everything, but you have like a little star next to your save file, so the game knows that you beat it. So in that sense, it's like I don't know. I guess for me personally, like I did everything I wanted to do before I went to go fight the final boss. So
Yeah, same.
at that point, I really didn't like have anything that was like, oh, I want to go like do this now or anything. So I don't know. I'm curious. I guess I don't know. We're thinking
there's
too much
a lot.
into it.
I'll say there's a lot left after the main story is done for you to do in the city. There's a lot
Mhm.
to do. For Spider-Man, I felt like, oh, this is literally the same.
I expect
Absolutely
DLC for
the
them
same.
too. Spider-Man.
Yeah, I do too. Once you finish the game, you really do as well. but yeah, it's really good. No, I don't know. I don't want to say no more because I'm gonna say something else. You stop. That's it.
I got it.
That's it.
All right. Well, Joelle or Dish, you have any thoughts to add on to that as far as Spider-Man 2?
Honestly, I think Trayvon hit a lot of it. I think the one thing that he didn't say is that everything feels more fluid. Like the web sling feels way more fluid. The fighting,
Okay.
like going to the combos, everything just feels a little more polished. The one thing I really like is switching in between using the web wings and then swinging right after. Like the how quick it is to go from swinging to gliding with the wings and going right back to swinging. You can really get through. Like I haven't used fast travel yet because it's so fun just doing that.
It is.
Apparently there's like a really cool fast travel animation that they have too, and nobody really has seen it.
I'm
Took
be
a video of
honest.
it. I haven't posted it yet, but it is very cool.
I haven't seen it yet. That's the first thing I'm gonna do because I know I probably won't do it again. So
Well, you got to unlock it though. You don't have it right away. You have to like.
Yeah, you gotta
of
do enough into
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah,
before you
I like
get
that
it.
the progress bar. You gotta do this is to get here, and then
Yeah.
you know, I like that too. That's
that
pretty
makes
dope.
more sense then.
I
This
use
game
that-
has so much shit. It's so
When
cool.
the thing pop up says 3,000 meters away, I'm doing fast travel. I'm not.
I'm gonna be honest.
I hate that.
I find me a wind tunnel, start gliding for a bit,
Mm-mm.
start swinging through.
Oh, the wind tunnels are the best.
It's
But
so
on
fun.
the bridge,
Nothing wrong. You know I love flying, so definitely feel like I am flying. It's very fun,
At some point,
and I will
yes.
do it a long time. And I will.
sometimes
do
you
it.
can get away
Yeah.
with it. You use the
I
current.
fly across the whole body of water, so yeah, I do it all the time.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you get
You
enough.
do
wind
the
under you.
slingshot thing that really powers it up.
Mhm.
Jump up, then you get
Oh.
flinged off. And then
There's slingshot points where you're like,
well, you can do it
Yeah.
anywhere though. You can literally do it anywhere.
Yeah,
Well,
true.
not-
but
at
he's
the-
saying like the
yeah,
super swing,
not
the
where
super
I'm at.
slingshot one.
yeah, I don't have super slingshot yet. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine do not have that.
Wow. Cool.
Very
Nice.
cool. The game's dope. That's all you need
Yep.
to know.
If you haven't played it yet, you better start.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Because the spoils are coming in. It might be for me.
Oh, they're all over the place.
I'm holding these things back, man. I'm like all these damn screenshots and videos. I'm saying,
I
I'm gonna
fucking hate
start.
people
I'm
sometimes.
blitz.
bro.
I'm gonna blitz Twitter. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
that's another
Yeah,
reason I
I'm
haven't
telling
watched
you.
YouTube lately because I already know they're gonna be posting all kinds
They're
of.
the worst,
I wanna
bro.
see it.
I like to take my time. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
that
Jesus Christ.
that happened with me for Tears of the Kingdom as well. Granted, I took forever to beat it, but still,
I've been lucky with Tears of the
Sad.
Kingdom. I haven't really been spoiled that much.
That's
Lucky
kind of why I
me.
want to get through the story of Spider-Man. I was like, yeah, let me go ahead.
that's
Let me
that's
do
fair.
this.
I do need to hurry up and finish.
because there's some stuff in there you don't want to know before you see it.
Yeah, I need to hurry up. I'm probably gonna play after this.
I'm gonna start it. It's like once I get through the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna have so much time. I'll have so much time, but then I'll be sad because I'm gonna beat it like kind of quickly.
Oh,
We'll see. But yeah,
One thing I do like, they do give it.
Yeah.
When you're going to a main mission, they do a really good job of, hey, there's this thing over here you might want to do before you go there. It's like it's very timed really well. Where they'll, like you see a red thing come on your screen, right? Like soon, oh, I'm getting ready to go do this. Oh no, you're not. Don't you want to do this? And they do it really well. They time it well. You don't have to really look for certain things going on. They really put it in.
I kind of want to ask what you mean, but I'll see.
Like
when
a mission, like a something going on.
Yeah.
In the city.
Okay. Yeah. That's what
You
I was.
know,
I think it was
yeah.
like I was thinking it was like a crime thing or something like
Well,
that.
yeah, crime thing. Yeah,
Got you. Okay. Well,
I got
on
a lot
the
too.
other side of things, Xbox had a partner showcase, which I feel like with either one of the Sony, Xbox, or Nintendo, if they're saying they have a partner showcase, 9 times out of 10, it's just gonna be okay. And
I'll be
this
honest
one-
with you. I forgot this was coming. I forgot this happened.
You didn't miss anything, literally.
yeah,
heard it
they
was
had like a
a long
couple new
vacation.
game announcements, but even then, I didn't think those were like. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see more. Right now,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I was kind of hoping to see Replaced, which is an indie game that has been delayed, unfortunately, due to the war in Ukraine. They're Ukrainian devs. So I was hoping to maybe see something about that. I don't know why, because they're not really partners. That's kind of like, I think they're technically like a first party question mark. But yeah, I was hoping to see something from them. I think, let me look at the docket here for the showcase. We did have a look at some gameplay from Metal Gear Solid Delta, which was looking pretty good, pretty dang good. I'm not gonna lie to you though, there was a trailer that came before Metal Gear Delta and a trailer that came after Metal Gear Delta, and I was like, both of these games kind of look better than Metal Gear Delta. Not that it looks bad, but it's like, I think they could have pushed like the fidelity and stuff even more. Yeah, as far as like having a lot of foliage and stuff, like there were trailers before and after where you could see like animals walking through grass and like trees and all this other like vegetation, and it looked like really, really good, like very close to life. And Metal Gear Delta, it does look good, but it doesn't look nearly as like next gen or detailed as those games did. So
never
that
played
was
the original. That looks like a masterpiece.
no, I'm telling you, that is true. Compared to the original game, this game is leagues ahead.
That is fair, but no, I get what
to-
you mean, because that was one of the things I noticed when I was watching it too. It was like, this game looks cool, but man, that one before this looks great. The one after this looks great.
Honestly, and I'm not even really interested in the game before. I'm kind of interested in Ark, actually, and what they're doing with the Survival Evolved. I think
like
it's
the
called.
first one. Wasn't that the
I wasn't interested in the first few arcs either, but this one kind of looked more interesting to me.
That one.
It's not. It doesn't have Vin Diesel, but yes, you're thinking of the right game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just
I'm
looking at it right now. Yeah.
Yeah, something about the game itself, just maybe it was more of a stylistic thing. I'm not completely sure yet. We'll have to see some more gameplay, because I think this is like the first gameplay clip that we've seen, at least a first official that I'm aware of. So
yeah, I think so.
It's definitely something that will likely change in the future. So we'll have to see. But we had that. Oh, outside of the way it looked, it was exciting. It was exciting to see Snake and HD tearing it up. We also had RoboCop Rogue City with some improved gameplay, and that's going to be coming to Xbox on PC, and I believe
only PC?
the Series X and S. Let me double check. But yeah, the last time I saw that like some gameplay for RoboCop Rogue City, yeah, it is coming to the Series X and S consoles and PlayStation 5.
Yeah. I didn't know it came out next week. That was what threw me off most about that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I would love to play it. I just don't know if I'm gonna have time for it.
We'll have to see. I mean, I think they have been listening to the community though in the different comments, because I can already tell just from looking at the gameplay that it looks a lot better than it did a few months ago or whenever the last reveal was. It looks like really stiff to me before, and now like they've brought a little bit of life back into the gunplay, and it's like you kind of understand, because it's like, would RoboCop really be like bopping around if he was shooting a gun? But at the same time, looking at that kind of gameplay, like it looks boring. It would be different if it was a movie or something. But
there's a demo out.
It'd be better if it was first person.
It is first person.
It is first person. Yeah.
There's a demo out for it on Steam.
Oh,
I would love to see if it was third person. I'm not a big first person guy.
Yeah, no, it should be first person.
Hold on.
Every trailer I've seen is first person.
Maybe I was confused.
Yeah, it isn't. Well, the stuff that they showed today wasn't.
I prefer a third person game, but I get it. I mean, I'm interested because
that's what I mean.
Has a lot of
third person. I want to be third person.
It's a very.
I want to see the character.
RoboCop. Like
that's fair.
80s, you know,
it's only 50, which is nice since most games nowadays are 70.
Okay,
yeah, going up to 70.
Well, good. I appreciate that. Don't upsell me, motherfuckers.
We also had, which I don't know if it will be making a lot of big headlines, but it's a headline to me personally. The finals has an open beta that's starting tomorrow. And the finals is, how did they describe the game? It's hard for me to put it into words. I would just say really fun game. The Finals is an upcoming first-person shooter developed and published by Nexon subsidiary Embark Studios. Focuses on team-based matches on environmentally destructible maps, which are excellent, where players are encouraged to use the dynamic environment to their advantage. So they do have like a grappling system.
Oh God!
Oh man.
Sorry, apparently there's an
Findage.
Amber alert.
Find her, Didge. Find
Oh,
her.
it's a silver alert. All right.
Oh, what the heck is a silver alert?
For elderly.
Oh, it's
What? I didn't even know that was a thing.
I never heard of that. Wow.
Yeah, I never heard of that
Oh, is
either.
that a Wisconsin only thing?
Maybe I've
y'all
never heard
got
of
your
that.
own shit going on over there. I don't like
Dang.
the truth.
If it's just specifically for Wisconsin, that's kind of wild.
No, it's nationwide.
Wisconsin,
Oh,
wow.
I just never heard of that.
We were just talking about Wisconsin the other day.
We were.
Not too much on Wisconsin. Back to the finals.
But yeah, the finals is really cool. They got an open beta starting tomorrow. So anybody who's looking for a new team-based first-person shooter where you can swing around the arena, you get different upgrades. It was just really fun. And it's made by some previous Call of Duty devs that have made some of the best Call of Duties, from what I have heard. They got together and made this game.
Oh, it's that game. I know what you're talking
Yeah, we should try it out. It's on all consoles. So if I don't know if the beta is obviously going to be crossplay. I don't even know if the game itself is crossplay, but we should definitely at least try it out.
Yeah. I'll be down to play it again. I thought it was really fun. The only issue I had with the first beta, which I think was PC only, was that when you plug in the controller, the scheme for it didn't seem right. Like it was very hard to control everything to me. So I actually ended up just switching to mouse and keyboard to play, which of course kind of affected my experience because I'm not good with mouse and keyboard.
I don't like using mouse and keyboard either.
I still had a good time. So I would definitely recommend y'all check out the finals beta, which will be happening tomorrow as of this stream. And the last thing that we have to cap off the Xbox partner showcase was Alan Wake 2. We got some more gameplay.
I like that it just still looks scary.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't a real update, I guess, other than it still looks scary.
Yeah, it didn't have a date or anything.
No, it's coming out next. Is it coming out Friday or next Friday?
I thought they didn't have a date.
It's coming out next Friday, still. I think.
Fight the power.
Oh, no. It's coming out this Friday.
Oh, it is
before
Friday.
Halloween. Yeah, before Halloween.
I don't remember hearing the date. Damn.
Yep.
Glad I figured out.
It looks interesting. I will say.
I'm super into it.
All right, it looks good.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be good, but it looks good.
I think it will be. I like the first one, and
it was.
Yeah, the first one was cool.
So, what would you compare it to for people that never played it?
The first Alan Wake. So I would compare it to, as a personal experience, the Medium, which was it was a really quirky horror game where you played as a woman that could go into the spirit realm. So you had your screen was basically split into two. So you could see the real world and you could see the spirit world. And sometimes you would have to merge into the spirit world to solve certain puzzles and things like that. It was actually really cool. And I feel like kind of super slept on. Alan Wake, though, was created by Remedy Entertainment. So they made Control. They made what is the game called? Quantum Break. Game. Yeah. So they're very much into that kind of almost magical kind of world. And one of the interesting things
Max
about
Payne, which is not
fantastical
world, but
and Max Payne. Max Payne has been a while. I kind of want more Max Payne.
Yeah, the classic Max Payne and Max Payne.
Bring back Max Payne, please.
In a minute.
But I
think a remake is supposed to be coming.
I feel like I've heard that, but I don't think there's an
We've
official
heard much
announcement.
other than that.
Yeah. But the interesting thing about Remedy Entertainment is that I believe all of their games, except for Quantum Break, are within the same video game universe, which I don't hear a lot of developers talking about, like them being in the same universe. So there's going to be references to Max Payne and Control and other Remedy Entertainment IPs. So it's cool they can control their own IP and actually, like, do something with it outside of just that one game. But yeah, that closes out the Xbox Partner Showcase. I also see somebody added like gaming division sales drop, revenue grows.
Oh, so I added that just because I felt like it was pertinent to talk about. Their overall sales dropped, but because of how much the like Game Pass subscriptions grew, and I think it was something else, their actual revenue grew. So it's just, I think it's more of a sign of the times that people aren't actually buying copies of games as much anymore. They're sort of still migrating to these subscription services to get their gaming fix. So I was just curious on whether or not it's going to affect how companies do stuff with their gaming moving forward. Like, obviously we were talking about Starfield before, and that even though it was on Game Pass day one, it was still the best-selling game of September.
Yeah.
So that it's like, what are companies going to start doing? Are they going to start trying to focus more on these subscription services where even if you're getting a consistent stream of revenue, or are you going to still try to focus on these, AAA releases or just releases in general? So I thought it was an interesting thing.
I think that, and it's interesting when applying this kind of format to PlayStation and Nintendo, because even though some would argue, such as myself, that they don't have as strong of a like gaming subscription service or services, I guess, since we're talking about both of these platforms, they still could partake in this model of, hey, we have Mario Wonder. If you want to play it 5 days early, give us $40 or something like that. And a lot of people, especially in the age that we are now, where like a lot of people want to create content, they want to go viral, or they just want to be able to play their favorite games early, they're willing to pay that amount of money to like get access to the game. So even looking at Starfield, with people that were planning to just play the game on Game Pass, because for some people it already was like I'm not the biggest Bethesda fan, I don't know about this, but it'll be on Game Pass, so I'll try it. When they're given the opportunity to play it early, whether that's for content purposes or they just wanted to play the game early, and you only had to pay like, I think you actually did have to pay like $40 or $50 or something.
I think you had to actually buy the game in order to get it early. Like,
it was like you had to get like a deluxe edition of the game or something like that. But even even some people that were playing it on Game Pass were willing to take on that cost. So it was definitely interesting to see. It's also kind of something to be tested, because nobody knows if that was because it was a new Bethesda game, if it was because it was Starfield and it's kind of like, following the footsteps of Cyberpunk or whatever it might be. So we'll see in the future if that's something that continues to be like persistent with Microsoft and maybe even eventually Nintendo and PlayStation.
I feel like you have to try it with a game that's not extra hype. Like, you can't try it with like a Spider-Man, a God of War, Starfield. I don't even think you can try it with like a Horizon. Like, it has to be something that's popular enough that people want to play it, but it's like the overwhelming spectacle of it doesn't overtake it, I guess. It's hard to explain. Like, it has to be the right game if you're talking about testing it, because I think it's so easy to fall back into that same statement of, well, that was Ghost of Tsushima 2. People were going to buy that because it's Ghost of Tsushima 2. So it's like you got to figure that out.
Yeah, we will have to see how that goes. I mean, it worked for Microsoft so far, so I could definitely see them trying to do something similar in the future.
Yeah.
But moving on to the last of the big three, but not the least, Nintendo released. I had to make sure I put that in there because
I don't think anyone was gonna feel like it was the least.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know, Trayvon might have.
sometimes speculation. I had to stomp it out right there, then and there. But Mario Wonder also released the same day as Spider-Man 2, so we had a dual release day. And I'm starting to feel like we should have more dual release days just in media in general because it seems like it gets people really hyped. Granted,
Ooh.
I don't know.
Console Wars.
Oh gosh, I don't know. That might be too much. That might be too much.
Did anybody here play Mario?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, this is gonna be a short topic, huh?
I won't be playing it. I'll watch it.
Damn, you're not even gonna play it? I don't have a Switch, so I guess I won't either. But
I'm gonna get it
at the Nintendo store or something. Since the only place that you can demo it is in person, like if they have a demo set up. Yeah, which is so like I don't know why they did that. There's like so many other games have put out demos, like Kirby. I didn't know Kirby was gonna get it. The new Kirby game got a demo that everybody could play.
Yeah,
and that's what convinced me to buy it. I ended up buying the game because of that. So Mario Wonder, they could have made me believer, but now I gotta do some walking / train riding if I want to try it to then decide if I want to buy it.
That's probably because they're gonna give you the hard sell while you're there. You're gonna be playing it, and the guy's gonna decide
to love it.
Actually, they don't have any like drifting, like at least that I've seen. They don't have any drifting employees in the Nintendo store. Granted, it's usually like I won't say covered up with people all the time, but there's usually people in there.
You think
to the point where you
some of those people that are in there, they're employees. They're just plain clothes employees. You don't even realize.
I don't know, maybe, but I've never been approached in a Nintendo store.
They just in there hype you up. Solidly, like, yeah, you like it's awesome, right?
Right. You got that person there, like, man, this look great, don't it? Even though he's trying to sell you.
That was funny. It's funny because like I think the only experience I've had like that was actually when me and Trayvon were at Comic-Con and we tried the Jujutsu Kaisen Curse Clash, I think it's called. Yeah. And I don't know if that lady is necessarily hyping me up. Like she was kind of doing a poor job of explaining how to play the game.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no.
I think she was trying to train the person next to her, and I'm like, well, that just makes me feel even worse.
Like, yeah, so it's like, why us? Why now? Like, why?
I don't know.
Were y'all there early or something?
No.
Oh damn.
No, yeah.
It was later in the week too. Like it wasn't like it was like Thursday.
So, I mean, I think they were supposed to do that with everyone, but I hadn't seen anybody like doing that until like a few people before we got up there. So I don't know what was going on.
I was like, maybe I guess before you get on the floor.
That's tragic.
I think the manager walked by and they were like, "Oh, we gotta start doing.
Let's look busy. Let's look busy."
Yep. I still enjoyed it. I would have liked to have more time since I was starting to figure it out towards the end. But yeah, that's the only experience I've had where somebody was trying to hype me up.
It was a lot of fun, but I mean, like I told you guys before, when it's characters that I would like to play like a single player driven game, when it's the fighting game, it kind of tunes me out of it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's all this is, just a fighting game. I'd rather it be like a narrative driven, some kind of single player game. Maybe meet up later for that, have a battle arena later, but maybe not the whole game.
Okay.
That might be why Hogwarts Legacy disappointed me a lot too, because there are places where there are areas for you to like test out spells and like there are battle arenas in the game. And I was like, this would have been great for a multiplayer for you to be able to fight somebody else in here, not just NPCs, but whatever, That I think that's what made me mad too. I was like, come on, you guys, like there's some like I get you didn't put Quidditch in here, very blatant, and then you come out with a Quidditch game afterwards that felt very shitty. I was like, okay, I was like, really? But yeah, I don't know. I think that's why. I think I'm very bitter towards the things they did in that game and based on what they could have done. And I haven't heard anything about like a new one. They've just been dragging out these staggered releases.
I heard that work has already started on the second one. Granted, it was pretty sure it was a rumor, but I mean, with how popular, or I guess how much it sold, I should say,
Yeah.
I can't imagine that they wouldn't have started a second one.
Oh, people are very excited for the Switch version. Like, I click
The
it just to see
graphics,
that.
the graphics didn't look as bad as Mortal
They
Kombat
didn't,
1. They
but
didn't look great.
they're only pictures.
That
They're
is
only
true.
pictures.
But you can also tell that like the robes, they're not going to be free flowing how they were like on the PlayStation and Xbox ones. They're back to being like stuck to your skin.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I'm just curious because I click every time they say something about the Switch version. I click it just to see what people are saying under it. And people are very excited. I was like, okay, well, I'm happy for y'all, but
Dang, I think you used to be one of them.
the game is still there. I can still play it one day, but have I played it in months? No.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. You'll find some time to go back. Yeah, that's it for the gaming portion of things. Sorry, Mario Wonder. Maybe somebody will have played next time we meet up.
I'm gonna get the game. I just
but will you play
not
it the next time?
That's
We
why
meet
I'm
up?
like cool releasing because like.
But it's all about which game you play
I'm gonna
first. Which
pick
one won? That's what matters. That's what matters.
I mean, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
I mean, so eventually it won't matter. But right now, of course, I'm not picking that over Spider-Man. I haven't bought a Mario game in years, but this one looks good. So I might.
Comments on Twitter, people are battling about that.
Are they?
Yeah, I've seen.
Really?
I don't care which one they think is better. I'm saying I'm gonna get both eventually anyway. Like plus I'm more of a PlayStation person anyway. I don't really have a lot of Nintendo games. But I mean, this is probably the first Mario game I'm gonna be having in very long time. So, but I look forward to it. I love the trailer. I love the side scrolling. That's my style, Mario. Anyway.
See, I'm more the 3D ones. That's why I was like, you may not the Odyssey.
I grew up with side scrolling Mario.
Yeah, I want Odyssey.
You know the Odyssey, something else like
I don't mind those either. But
give me a remake of Mario 64.
They should have did that when they did the collection.
Might as well just,
they should have. It would have been great.
It would have been really cool.
I would have considered buying a Switch for that because Switches are down price. I loved that game.
Wow. Okay.
See, Nintendo could have got Didge. Could have got him. He would have bought a Switch, and then you would have came out with a Switch 2 months later.
Oh, then I wouldn't have bought it out of. I wouldn't have bought it out. I would not have bought the Switch 2 just out of protest.
See, that's what you think, Didge. But I folded when I knew that certain games was coming to the PS5, and I just got a PS4, and like, yeah, I got to get rid of this thing. I got to get rid of it. But let's see. Next on the docket here, we got the SAG-AFTRA. Hold on, let me get my banners. Bam. The SAG-AFTRA strike.
We haven't had a banner yet, have we?
No,
she had them.
We had Spider-Man. I was very late on Xbox. I threw the Xbox up like 2 minutes ago.
That's what made me realize. Okay.
Listen, it's hard out here. I don't know if Mike does it, but because of the SAG-AFTRA strike, some movies are going to be pushed on those. Those films include Mission Impossible, Disney live action Moana. It said LA, and at first I was like, "Is LA Moana? What the hell?" And Disney live action Lilo and Stitch. We also have Dune Part 2, which I know Mike was very hurt about. Paddington in Peru. Rachel Zegler, is that right? Zegler, also the role. I still need to see Paddington in the UK. And Deadpool 3 was also delayed.
I feel like there are probably more, but those are the ones that I could find off the top of my head.
And that's fine. Like Mission Impossible, Deadpool 3. I still don't know. Moana is more realistic for live action. Lilo and Stitch is going to be very interesting.
Yeah,
how they do that one.
I don't know. I don't think they should do it. Honestly, there's so many weird looking creatures and just even people in general. And Lilo and Stitch is like,
I just don't want them to ground it like they did with Mulan. Like, please don't like cut all this crazy stuff out.
I don't know if you could. Like, Stitch is an alien. How do you ground an alien?
I'm saying maybe you don't get the other.
They cut Mushu out. Stitch could be next.
That was a choice, though. They made a choice.
You can't Stitch. Like, what is this?
It's just Lilo now.
It's just called Lilo.
Lilo and Stitch is original. It's not like based off of an old tale.
That's true. Moana is too, right?
And they have the money. It's not like it's gonna.
Moana, I think you can. That's not.
That one's not hard to do. I don't feel like.
Yeah, because
There's
you
no
can
weird
CGI
aliens.
all like the.
They got the big crab thing.
Yeah, but you can CGI
That's
that.
CGI stuff. Yeah.
Especially if it's a movie.
And then The Rock is reprising his role. The Rock is big enough. Like
I want to see him as actually Maui. That's gonna be fun.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that's
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
be nothing. The Rock is that big already, so they just gonna be like, all right,
They gotta give him hair.
here's a wig.
Yeah, but shirtless Rock the whole time. It's gonna be great.
There are so many movies you can see that.
Hey,
that is also true.
You can watch wrestling.
I
and
look
that's all I
forward
watch
to
my whole life.
You can watch wrestling.
Shirtless Rock
And-
is actually more shirtless Rock than you ever have.
You can watch wrestling, and you
He just
The Rock
wants the
in just
library
bikini
to
bottoms,
expand.
essentially.
He wants the
he's in
library
briefs.
to expand.
Yeah, he don't
We
even have
need
pants
more.
on.
What?
Yeah.
What are we talking
When in wrestling, he just wore
He
briefs.
just wears underwear.
He sure did.
Yeah.
A lot of
Which
them
is
do
a
that.
wild thing to wrestle. Like,
Most
a lot
of
of
them
wrestlers
do
do that, but it's like that's a wild thing to just wrestle in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's more comfortable for a lot of them. Some of them
Yeah.
I
wear
feel like that'd be
pants.
less.
No, not at all.
Easier to move.
It's free.
Yeah, I guess.
Jump off the high rope, whatever the hell shit, tight rope, whatever we call it. Yeah.
It's a rope.
It's a rope. But I
Oh.
mean, hopefully the strike ends soon. I literally just saw it like 2 minutes ago as I was scrolling while we were chatting that some of the the producers, they feel that if they don't get this done within the next 7 to 10 days, they're worried that the 2023-2024 like TV season would be done completely. And it's like, why are you worried? All you have to do is do the right thing and pay these people.
Mm-hmm.
The ball is completely in your court.
That's why I forgot which site that reports it. That gets very sarcastic with them. Like when they report the news, they're like, "Yeah, well, I mean, this could be solved. Your issues can
I
be
saw
solved.
it from
You just pay
Discussing
them."
Film. They did
That's
the
what it
same
is,
thing.
probably.
Yeah.
One of them.
This is why
Very
I want to
funny.
see I want to know each studio answer. Not because I really wonder if it's like them battling within like some studios like let's do it. Some of them like nah. I just really wonder. Like I want to know which
feel
ones
like
are doing that.
That's got to be how it is. It can't be everybody's like, no, we
can't
won't
be.
pay them.
Some of them are like, yeah, let's do this. We need our shit in theaters. Like,
Mm.
come on.
I guarantee WB is like, yo, why isn't this done?
Disney like they be alright. Shit.
Right.
That's what I feel like
We
happening
good?
over there. Like it's
They
crazy.
still watching stuff.
Yeah. I feel like the one I'm most disappointed with is Deadpool 3 getting delayed. I feel like this movie almost doesn't exist. Like it like pops up every now and again and then it just disappears for the longest
It's
time.
just a fever dream. You just
Yeah, like I don't know.
I mean, we know it's real. We've seen pictures.
I know it's real, but at the same time, it's just I feel like we've had so many like setbacks and all these other things to the
And
the
COVID.
strikes
Like,
and COVID. See, that's what I'm saying. It's just like it almost COVID itself was a fever dream. For being honest, so it just
for me it
feels
just
weird.
hurts in general with Marvel MCU. I'm like, when are we ever gonna see these people again? Like when anybody talk about Tiamat in the damn ocean? When we go to like it's just a lot of this. It's just yes, I want Deadpool, but it's like I'm thinking about all of them. I'm like, damn, when we gonna get Fantastic Four? Like I need the more Deadpool gets pushed, the more that shit gets pushed.
Look, you blame the studios for dragging their feet.
I am, but
yeah.
still
The only
hurt.
ones the only
I'm
people you
getting
can blame.
I think the other thing to it, which is kind of interesting, is that there are people at the ad agency that I work at, and just like some of my peers even don't know that like what's going on with this strike. And somebody I was talking to today said like we were talking about Loki, and they're like, yeah, you think they started filming season 3 now the strikes are over? And I was like, the writer's strike is over, the actor's strike.
I had to say that so many times. I was like, no,
So-
not the whole thing. Like, just
Some
Yeah.
people don't even know there's a strike.
Yeah, so I
It's
think
like-
just the fact that, I mean, some people don't know I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you could really help them. But for the people that don't know that there is still a strike going, and especially with like, the actor strike in
Right.
specific is still going,
Yeah.
and like spreading the word on that, I think that is super important to this conversation as far as like trying to garner more support for these people in the entertainment industry. Because I think when everybody was behind the writers and getting like the shirts, like, you know, SAG after strong, WGA strong, like all of that kind of stuff, like I don't really see that anymore now that the writers are done striking. But like this strike isn't over, so people definitely need to like continue to show that same support, and hopefully to try and push these studios to make the right decision and support the actors and give them what they deserve.
Did you hear about some of the some of the top actors like signed like a petition together or something where they wanted to like they want to distribute some they want to do something where they can end it, but like they were gonna like give up their money or something to do it. And I was like, yeah, that's not going to help the studio. The studios will keep doing what they want to do after.
I'm like, unless y'all are opening up studios, like, that's not going to help.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be nice as like somewhat of a relief effort, I guess, like temporary relief, but it's ultimately not going to solve the problem. Like, you're not made of endless money, and people will continue to need like some source of income. So
there was an update. Did you see the most recent update from SAG?
No.
I did not.
No, I can pull it. I can try to pull it up real quick though. I'm sure.
Pull it up. It's I mean, apparently there were plans to meet today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just says that the negotiations will resume tomorrow now.
Well, it says they're gonna the negotiations today, and they canceled their plans to negotiate today in order to go over the AMPTP's latest offer.
Yeah.
So they countered. Yeah, so gave an offer.
Looks like it. So we'll see if they accept it, or maybe they have to go back and say, "Look, we'll do this, but we won't." You know, that's how it is on negotiating.
Yeah,
that's the AI shit still ain't in there. That's crazy to me.
That shit's crazy, bro. Like that's wrong as fuck.
It's so wild.
Or one of their likeness or whatever. I'm like, y'all are crazy. Like, who's doing that? Nobody signed up for that. For you to use them whenever you want. No. What?
And the crazy thing is, they're trying to do it to the background actors, the actors who, in theory, have the least like bargaining chips.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're trying to go to them and say like you just automatically get yours. Where it's like in the same vein, they're going to have James Earl Jones his likeness, or I guess his vocal likeness, but they paid for that. Right. And like they don't want to do that for these background actors. And think about how many actors were background actors and later blew up. Now you just got this star. You got Tomorrow Star's likeness because you signed it because it was his first role. Like that's so crazy to me.
It reminds me of like Simu Liu, the one that plays Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
When he started getting popular, all these ads started showing up that he did apparently a long time ago.
Yeah, he was a stock model.
And they use that shit so much now. I'm like, and you can't do nothing about that because you signed whatever it was back then. So like he's like, damn, I could make some real money off that now.
Yeah, because like now all you gotta do is go to probably like Getty Images.
Right.
All right, I'm buying the likeness, I'm buying this license. I'm gonna Photoshop the shit out of this.
Yeah.
All I have to do, I'm pretty sure all you can't say is like Simu Liu endorses this. It's just you just put out the ad and it's like, oh crap, he's in it. You didn't actively say it.
Right.
Dang. I wonder if you could like I feel like this isn't possible, but let's say the value of my likeness is like $5 today, and then like I blow up and go viral. Like, could I increase the value of my likeness so every picture that you have of me up until now, they all go up in value?
I feel like that's a question for I feel like that'd be a question for like an entertainment lawyer, but I don't think so. It like just based off of what Trayvon was saying with all the pictures with Simu's, sounds like once you buy that likeness or you buy just that license for that picture, I think you can use it.
You remember that app that went viral where everybody was doing those AI pictures of yourself?
Mm-hmm.
It was like a warning on it that was like, you give us this, it is ours or whatever. And I was like, so maybe down the line, even like some of these filters that work so well on your face, I'm like, they have to be scanning it really deep to make it work so well. I was like, they have it. Like all this, they have it. Like, so I don't know. It's just very interesting on what will come of this and like lawsuits and stuff down the line when
Yeah.
it comes to this stuff.
You agree?
Maybe Steam can sue
Yeah.
and get them to stop doing it.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like at this point, it's something my mom said. Now, like, damn, that was a really country saying. But she was saying, no point in closing the barn doors after the horse got out.
Wow.
And I'm like,
That is a very country saying. Well,
Yeah.
also said that,
Right.
so I understand.
I'm kind of feeling the same kind of way with AI and even with this scenario where, like, your picture's worth 5 days today, like maybe 100 tomorrow, where we, at least for a lot of us right now as it stands, it's kind of too late in terms of like what people have already been doing with this technology and the I guess rights, or I guess just no legal boundaries that were given when they were creating these things. So I don't know, maybe for the next generation they'll have some more protections, but I think we're done.
Yeah. Look how many times it came out about like our smart speakers were like holding all our recordings and stuff.
Got me cursing at Alexa,
Yeah.
telling her I'm trying to get her to do stuff. She's telling me I'll do what at what time. I'm like, that's not what I said.
They'll take that shit, cut it together, be like, they said all this one day. You know?
Look at the way she curses at her Alexa. What's wrong with her? But yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
What else is crazy interesting is Marvel's overhaul of the TV business. I think this is something that crazy and mostly a positive way. I'm kind of excited to see like how Marvel is able to improve the quality of their shows, not just in terms of visuals, but also storytelling, especially with we all talked about like the pacing being more of an issue in some series than others. And that also combined with the fact that some of the series are only like 6-8 episodes long, and it's hard to really develop a good story in that amount of time. So, Mr. Joel, what's your perspective on this Marvel overhaul of the TV business? Are you excited? Do you have any kind of insights that you can provide?
I'm fine with it. Like I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with it, because like I personally have enjoyed most of the shows, if not all of them, in their own ways, more to varying degrees of yes. But I think they still can be approved upon, like improved, because not everyone feels as positive as I am most of the time anyway when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I'm fine with them trying something new that can expand upon, and I was fine with more episodes and making it, just because I think what happened was they got stuck trying to make these long movies that don't really fit into a series instead of making it an actual series, and that's kind of probably where it suffers, where they're just weird cuts like throughout the season. There's the long narrative feels shortened because they don't have enough time to tell it, because they've compressed it into 6 hours, where it's like it's just not formatted always. It's just not formatted 100% correctly all the time. Then they lie to us all the time about saying it's an hour. We know that's not bullshit, right? So it's one of those things where like I'm fine with them trying something new. Obviously, the first casualty is Daredevil, which is unfortunate because I know all of us here have really been waiting for that. So especially myself. So it is what it is, but I look at it in a positive way.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. What about you, Trayvon?
I don't know. These shows, the problem is they like had the length of them, or I guess the narrative for me of any of them really, it's just been, why do we have a Loki show? Like that's
not too much.
I'm just saying that's just how my thought.
You had a lot of shows you could have brought up. Why you had to bring up Loki?
That's the one I don't like the most.
Not too much.
I'm just saying. And then I don't know.
Why we have a WandaVision?
Yeah,
because it's Wanda.
That's not a good reason.
Yes, it is. Because she became Scarlet Witch. That's why. I mean, At least it's not Moon Knight where he black out every time he does a fight.
Oh,
that means
man.
nothing to me.
I'm just saying.
The
that's
blacking
bad.
out don't mean shit to me either.
It had so much.
No, I'm talking
potential.
about the show in general.
Oh, I love Moon Knight. I
It
love
was-
it.
it was
That
Moon
was
Knight.
one of my favorite ones.
I
Moon
like.
Knight was cool
I like
until-
when you saw him fighting. That's what I
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was cool.
The black
Yeah,
shot, everybody on the ground had a
I
problem.
liked a lot of it, so that was not really my issue.
I love the new female character too. I forgot her name right now, but I like her.
Layla.
Layla, yes.
When she got her powers and stuff, yeah, that's cool. I love that.
Scarlet
The
Scarab.
Scarab?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring her back.
I agree.
If you keep talking shit about Moon Knight, they ain't.
I just said stop the blacking out. That's all I said. Let me actually see the
I
fight.
mean, well, let them get there. There was reasons there were blackouts. They were
Okay.
just doing it to cut budget.
Yes, they were.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
Why
That
not all
was the
the
reason.
shows?
Yes, they
That was the
were.
reason.
I don't think so.
Okay.
The last episode, maybe they could say, but even then, that show didn't have to be as CGI crazy as they made it out to be. So that's where you get the lazy narrative.
Okay, you know, I'm gonna let you go with that.
Mm.
You
I know what I saw.
I'm taking it. I'm rolling.
The Daredevil show being axed or whatever. At first I was
Axed.
sad.
It's being
Whatever.
reformatted.
We ain't never getting that show. So when they did that, so when we did that, and after I read this little, like some of the story that they were going to do. Oh, absolutely not. I'm glad they cut it. Keep it away if they're gonna try that shit again. It was a mess. I don't know. I just let's see what they do. Let's see what this means overhaul. Like for me, it's like the strike is still happening. So when we even start this overhaul? So it's like,
Well,
Right,
I
you
figured the writers.
Yeah.
Since actually, they may
Yeah.
not be doing anything still though.
Some of them
That's
out of
still
like
solidarity.
solidarity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw that too. They're like, "Oh, we're solidarity." Then next thing you know, all the late night shows like, "We're back on." I was like,
They didn't say they were in solidarity.
"Yeah,
Everybody else is.
yeah."
Yeah.
They want that paycheck again.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, "We got our deal." I'm sorry. Yikes! but
We support
yeah,
you from here. Like,
we support you though.
yeah.
But
It's like,
that's basically what they said to the actors. Like, we support you though.
We got you. We got you.
Yeah, we got
You know.
you.
We're making the money for us.
What
For
they
We're
us.
writing the show, so when you're ready, it's already written.
And you know what makes it worse is they got such a good deal. They're like, we don't do what you got to do.
Oh, I hope that's not the case. That'd be crazy.
I feel like
That
some of
would
them are
be.
thinking like that. I mean, some of them are like,
Some of them are definitely thinking.
That's
not
like
saying
I also can't blame them for
I
trying
can't
to get
either.
back to work. You know,
It's a long
because
time. It was a
people
long
are getting
time.
evicted and all
I
this
mean,
other stuff.
life
So.
ain't
Yeah.
cheap.
I can understand on some level, but
I get it.
it's a rough situation all
It is.
around.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I'm excited for whatever Marvel's going to do. I just want the strikes to be over so they can actually get started and actually do overhaul. I mean, honestly, I can't remember about the movies. So as long as they don't stretch themselves too thin and give me the Fantastic Four as fast as possible, yes, it's the only movie I really care about. And
Damn, just gave up on the Marvels.
I'm
What?
excited to see that movie. But after I saw how short it is,
You didn't say
after
that.
I saw how short it
This
is,
is crazy.
it's
Breaking
like an hour and 40
news.
minutes.
Coming. He
I'm like,
started off with he cares more about Spider-Man than Hogwarts, and now this. The end is
Breaking
near.
news.
Wow.
The end is
It's
near.
an hour and 45 minutes, and I know there's like a
That's
singing,
enough.
and I know it's
Why?
a singing number in here. That takes up more time out of that 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Every movie doesn't need to be
And
2.5, 3
And
hours.
does that include credits? Because if it does, there's like another 15 minutes off of that. like it's
I
an
don't know.
hour and 30-minute movie. That is
I don't know. Does the
animated
runtime
kid
usually
movies.
does the
I
runtime
want a
usually
adult
include the
movie.
credits?
What?
No.
Does the
I want
runtime
a
usually
real
include the
super
credits?
I don't
I
know.
don't really know.
I don't either.
I don't know. I was hurt when I saw that runtime. I was like, man, come on.
I wasn't. I was like, let's go.
No.
Everyone doesn't need to be a 2.5 hour plus just marathon.
And it's 3 of them though. Like it's 3.
30
like,
minutes a person. We sound
Oh,
like we're
hell
doing
no.
good.
What?
Why'd you put it like that? That sounds horrible.
Oh my god.
Sound like we in business here. 35 minutes. I'm sorry. You said
and
145.
I know, like we have Captain Marvel, we got like WandaVision, we got Miss Marvel recap in there too somewhere. Some kind of way they're gonna have to recap it. They can't.
I don't think they're gonna have.
They,
to
well, they
recap.
can't just jump in. They got
Sure
to
you
a little
can.
bit.
I mean,
You better watch. You better have watch.
What I'm
they didn't
saying.
really do a recap for Multiverse of Madness, but they also kind of just retold the story. So they might just retell Monica's story, honestly.
We ain't got time for that. We need you flying. We need you in the air. Like we don't need this. We need no narrative. We need you.
I don't
That's
think
the
it'll
five-
be a good
that's the 5
retelling.
minutes of her
if she's gonna be
35
flying,
minutes.
but
That's
I'm
5
very-
minutes of her 35 minutes. That's her recap right there.
yeah, it's like
What
5
is
minutes.
what is the argument?
Movie
I said
too
it's gonna be
short.
35 minutes a
No, I
person.
know that, but I mean after like with
I
Monica
think they're
Power.
gonna
Them
retell
recapping the
Monica's
3 different
story
movies they
in
came
the
from.
movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
they don't have to recap anything. Have you been paying attention?
I still need to know why she's so mad at
She-
Captain Marvel. They gotta tell us that too.
That
She
they
ain't
gotta
showed
talk about. That's
She ain't
the
showed up in
Yeah.
20-something years. You'll be mad too.
It's gotta be
Her
more.
mom died. Captain Marvel wasn't there for that.
It's gotta be more to it than
Might
that.
be like you kept coming to Earth and you never come see us or something.
Could also be
No,
that.
I
She might have
mean-
found out she showed up during Endgame and was like, "Where was you at when my mom needed you?"
Word.
Mm.
Guess we'll
Yeah.
find out.
Right.
She
Hopefully.
might be like, I hit my
That's
beeper
not the
and you
point.
never came. Oh, no, they should only give a beeper to Fury, right?
She
No,
might have
that-
found that out. Like, you gave him a beeper. Why I didn't get one?
Yeah.
Right? Where's my beeper, bitch?
I want my beeper, bitch. Yeah, Marvel overhaul. We'll see what happens. It probably won't be anytime soon, but
No, it's wild that they said we're gonna start hiring showrunners, and it's like y'all done did a lot of shows. What you mean we
Yeah.
gonna start hiring
You mean
showrunners?
start. Well, that's the
They
thing. They have
writers
movie
or the
people trying to
showrunner.
do TV, and it works
It's-
sometimes. It did not work other times.
Right.
And it worked best, honestly, when they were using TV people. Like WandaVision was a TV. He had experience in TV.
Yeah.
She-Hulk, same thing. You know.
Because they kept like doing a dual role, right? That's so they pay him once. Or a showrunner and a
Essentially,
writer.
yeah.
A little bit of money
One-
thing.
and one person.
Mm.
But
Oh.
like
now they got to
Joel
pay him
said,
for both.
yeah, the people who were the most successful with it were people who, even if their day-to-day now isn't technically TV, they had a TV background. So they knew how to run a TV show versus the people who cut their chops doing just movies. Well, you're just telling a movie story and being like, well, this is a good cut point. Fuck it. That's an episode. It's like,
Basically.
it's not.
Yeah. And that's why it was a little messy. It was a little messy. Now they're gonna have show Bibles and shit. Like, well, what the fuck were you guys doing before? Just like throwing
That's
it
what I'm
against the
saying.
wall?
That was the thing that I think just shocked me the most about that article about overhauling. All the stuff that said that we're gonna start doing it. I'm like, how are you not doing that?
Well, we saw that with Multiverse of Madness. He was like, "Yeah, I didn't watch one."
Well, that's
Yeah.
the problem. Like, how did they get that far? Like, how did you get to Multiverse and have not your director not see the show that preceded that has characters going into? That makes no sense for somebody. So for people that plan so far ahead to be that.
Short-sighted.
Yes,
Where was
Yeah.
Feige at? Feige didn't read nothing.
that's
Like
the problem. Like,
hey,
where were you, bro?
that actually happened a couple months ago. Like on the show. Like
It's I
That
have
sounds
no
so
idea.
weird. That seems so unlike them for that to happen, and derive so much of their storytelling derives on introducing these characters through TV. It's like seems so.
they're banking on just being rainy.
I think
what's
part
rainy?
of it
Let 'em
is
do what they want.
like the amount of content that they're releasing too.
Too much.
It's,
And I love
it's
it.
a
but
lot.
too much.
It's way too much.
It is. You gotta miss
come
it.
out at
Let's be
once.
real, right? You got to
World
miss.
by Night was amazing though. I did love that.
I love. Did you watch the
That
color
was
one?
great.
I did not with the color one.
I
Yet.
want.
No, I felt like it was cheap to do that. Like, oh, here's your new Halloween
a
thing.
year
It's
later,
the
no one gives
same
a
thing, but
fuck,
just in
bro.
color.
I know it's cheap, but I don't mind it because I want to see it in color anyway.
I mean,
Yeah.
yes, but I felt cheated. I was like, I'm not gonna be in a rush to watch this now.
I'm not.
I'm watching Spider-Verse, so I got my movie.
You can watch both.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to sacrifice one for the other. See, I'm not that
We
person.
don't,
sacrifice
but I
anything.
also was like, I thought Werewolf by Night was cool, but like, I don't think I'm coming back to it. I'm also not like a big Halloween movie person anyway, so
That's right. You're not a horror
Hater
person.
Prime.
I don't feel like it's horror. I feel like it's more like I don't know.
It's
it's not
based.
horror.
It's old school horror.
Yeah,
based.
kind of, yeah.
Demons,
I appreciate it from like a cinematic point of view, but as far as just everyday, like, what am I gonna turn on to watch?
Uh,
Like, I don't think Werewolf by Night would be one of those options.
Okay.
It's a cool one shot. That's why it's one.
Yeah.
It's not because it's not a series. It's like a mini
Right.
movie, but it's
I
not
want
even
to
a
do
movie.
more of those.
You know what I
actually.
mean?
Yeah.
I thought we were going to get more of those, and the fact that we really did
Yeah.
was
I did
crazy.
too.
I would have accepted more of those type of things, like little one shots.
That was cool.
Yeah. Remember when after it came out? Remember we were predicting what stuff that we thought were going to come back as one shots. We had a whole line that we were predicting.
Right.
It's a great way to
much for
introduce the
that.
character. It would be a great way to.
It would.
I don't know who they would do.
There's
but-
certain characters.
Yeah, that's what I
perfectly.
thought. Like it was gonna have some kind of Moon Knight element or something.
That would have been cool. God
Uh,
forbid. Again,
They didn't really have any kind of connective thing, but like
Yeah.
at all.
they didn't have enough. At the end
That's
of
what
the day.
that's another reason why I think I was like not as impressed by it because I thought I was going to be like more connected to Moon Knight. So I think a lot of my anticipation kind of hinged on that.
On how it would hit there. That's fair.
Okay, sure. I was very
That's
excited.
what happens to listen to comic book people. I didn't know nothing about Werewolf or Moon Knight, whatever, until comic book people talked to me. Turn off this podcast. No, I'm just kidding. But on to the next. We've got I see. We've got Gen V season 2 was announced. So the first season wrapped up. I have not touched it yet. I've heard there's a lot of craziness that goes down in Gen V. I know Trayvon, you were enjoying the show. Did you see the finale?
No. I haven't. Let's see. The last episode I watched where they discovered about crooked people in the group. Somebody crooked in the group. Once they found that out, I haven't been back, and I don't know why.
Damn.
I don't know. I just after that happened, I was like, I knew it, and then I didn't go back. I don't know why.
The betrayal was too
I'll
much.
go back.
I can't believe it.
I don't know. I think I started watching something else, or a video game came out. I don't know. Something happened. Oh, when it's Comic-Con. Maybe it was Comic-Con. I don't know. Something happened, and I didn't go back. Yeah, I need to go back because I do love the show. I love what they're doing with it. I know they already got announced about season 2, so that's really cool for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do you guys think this is like, since there is a season 2 coming, I don't believe there was another, was Diabolical a movie or was it a show? It was a show, right?
Animated.
It was animated.
Yeah, they're not continuing with that, are they?
I mean, they might. The article that I had linked about it, essentially the showrunner for The Boys was talking about how the success of Gen V just sort of flipped all of his plans over his head. Like he was planning for The Boys to be a 5-season thing. And I guess now with this, he threw that out. So he didn't really talk about Diabolical in the article, but I mean, now it kind of sounded like he's just like, well, we're figuring this out as we go now. Like, I don't want to put something directly in place and it lasts forever. Because he also did Supernatural, and he left after the first 5 years because it's that guy Eric Kripke. He left after the first 5 years because he was like, this should have been done, and it went another 10 years after that. So it's like, so I think now he's kind of like, I learned from that. To just sort of go with the flow where if we're still putting out quality and people are still liking what we put out, let's go ahead and make sure that we just continuously pump that out. So we could see another Diabolical season, or
I don't know if I like that perspective.
Wait a minute. So he didn't do the Winchesters?
No, I don't think so.
Winchesters was Jets and Ackles and them.
Because he said he left after the first. He said he left after season 5.
Yeah, Jensen Ackles did that independently with CW or whatever. And obviously it only lasted 1 season. And it exists. That's all you got.
Okay. Interesting.
It was something.
Yeah, that's why I'll never watch Supernatural. Too many seasons, like 15.
Supernatural is great, but
it looked great from the little pieces I've seen.
That's a lot
Too much. It's too much.
And then you also with that, I don't think a
seasons.
streaming show is not going to last 15 seasons. That'd be wild.
No, they won't let it.
No.
I
They can
I mean,
keep introducing superheroes.
15 seasons. What was the last streaming show that lasted that long? 15.
Yeah,
That's definitely a network thing.
I haven't seen one. I don't think I can think of a streaming show that's lasted more than 7 seasons.
Right. That's probably
Well,
the max at
damn,
this
that
point.
That's
right?
what I'm thinking.
we're going into ad-based
Some
streaming
get some, we
services
might
now.
get 10, but it's very
Yeah.
rare.
it's cable.
Yeah,
it's more of
we're
a
getting
TV.
ads in Amazon. Remember coming up?
That's fair.
So yeah, they might stretch it out now. Like them ads will pay
Yeah,
a lot
but
more than our subscriptions.
I don't really think that it's not. It's also very rare. Like the 15 seasons, even for network, is a lot.
It is.
That's a long time, man. That's crazy.
Don't here from the beginning. I'm fine with it. Now, if it's something I come in later, yikes. Since I'm here with the boys right now, I'm for it. So,
because another
is crazy.
Another question I have for the group is: do you see Gen V possibly usurping the boys, or do you feel like it's already better than the boys and they should just continue with this? Or you guys have any thoughts about that? Because I feel like it would be hard for the two of them to run, I guess, at the same time, or at least not the same time.
They're
but
blending them. They're blending them though. Like you have characters from the boys coming over, and
the way I just listened to a podcast where they were talking about it, and they're like, imagine Euphoria with superpowers. And I'm like, oh god,
yeah,
basically. That's man,
that's a lot.
That
brought me in though.
That kind of made me like less interested in this show. Not in the sense that Euphoria is bad, but Euphoria was a lot. Like I watched a couple episodes and I was like, oh, this is making me so.
I don't think it's not that.
It's not the level of, I don't know. Like it's hard to describe it.
Not that dramatic, I guess.
It's not like that. They say that because it's like it's teenagers or whatever.
Yeah. College kids, right?
Right, yeah.
But they say that. I don't know what else I can really compare it to. You just got to think about the boys, but think about them younger in college and think about the mess they can get in.
But the best part about this show is that it is different than what you get in the boys, where they're already corrupted and fucked.
They are.
In the boys.
Yeah.
Whereas here, there's potential for them to still be good. You know what I mean? Like there's hope in them.
They want to be in the 7 for good reason.
Right. They don't know that the 7 are just assholes.
Yeah.
Like they're just all like the whole thing is corrupt and they're just figuring this out. Like so it's a different point of view from this world that's always like very unlikable people.
Yeah.
They're likable kids.
Yes.
Most of them.
Okay. Well,
that makes sense.
Teenagers with attitude.
At the very least.
TWA.
Oh my god.
We also had we got to see the trailer for Invincible season 2 at Comic-Con. That dropped globally. And that looks pretty cool. I think I don't know, like the first teaser for season 2, I really dug the like animation style that they took, that I think I've discovered it was like more like a specialized, like, oh, let's give them something like really different looking, I guess, to tell them that Invincible is back. And I'm like slightly disappointed that we don't have that for season 2. Like season 2 looks definitely way more like season 1. And in the trailer with like a lot better animation and in some areas, but I think what they did with the teaser, like I haven't seen like any other animated show do, at least not that I can think of. So I'm a little sad that style hasn't come back. But yeah, the trailer was cool. It was cool to see it like come out in person, have Robert Kirkman talk about it with his partner, and everybody was hyped for it at Comic-Con.
Yeah, it comes out next week, right?
I
guess that sounds right.
I thought it was. I guess I can look it up.
What day?
November 3rd. Yep. Next week.
That's next
week.
That's Friday.
And it's part 1, right?
Yep. So they're doing 4 episodes, going for a holiday break, 4 more episodes.
Oh man, the holiday break.
I don't get why everybody's so like we grew up on those.
Yeah,
Do
but
you
see,
guys not remember
we're
the
in streaming. We're trying to get away from it. It seems like
No, I
everything's going
love
back.
I
Listen.
loved the holiday breaks because that's when do you remember when you used to get all the holiday theme shows right before the holiday break? Then they would show like a month of all of the old holiday shows. That was great.
We
Why are
also
we trying
grew
to get
up
rid of
on
that?
VHSs, man.
Which
but
were
nobody
great.
uses VHSs
I mean,
anymore.
yeah, no, I definitely
We've
don't use it
evolved.
anymore. But
We've evolved.
I love the holiday themed episodes. I love I love December being like, all right, we're gonna show all of these Christmas or Kwanzaa or Hanukkah show or episodes of everything.
That time of year.
Yeah, it was always fun. It felt like a time where the entire world was like, well, we're on pause.
Yeah, I mean, we do need that. We definitely do need that for sure. As far as like just everybody slow down, take a break.
Yeah.
The problem is all shows aren't going to do that. It's going to be a show that does that, but it'll be another show.
I know.
At the same time.
I need all these shows to get back on the same page with it, so that way we can have like I said, just all right, we're on pause for a month.
I mean, they also had like the special episode for My Hero show, like a special showing at Comic-Con, and that definitely gave me the kind of vibes that you're talking about like, you know, like this is our like special episode for the holidays. Like we'll see you guys next year with whatever new content we have coming out. And I think a lot of shows like kind of do that still.
See,
but
I have a different take on the My Hero thing. So for me, I was gonna watch it because I was hoping it would get me hyped and want to watch it.
Oh.
And it did not do that for me. I was like,
I can understand that.
That was not what that episode was.
That
for.
episode was. They're expecting if you're watching this, you've seen this already.
Yeah. Start at the beginning, Trayvon.
But at Comic-Con, like I was like, oh, this would be cool. What is it gonna be like? I was like, expecting
maybe it works for some people. It's not the way I like to get into shit because I don't like.
It did have some cool aspects to it, Trayvon. Unfortunately, we can't talk about it on the stream, but it did have some cool aspects to it when it came to certain character relationships and different like action moments and things like that. But overall, like, you know, the sentiment was.
Ad. You said that. You said it too.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
I mean, well, you said it, and I didn't disagree.
Yeah.
That's what happened. They were passing out these like playing cards and stuff at Comic-Con, and I don't know if it's actually going to become a thing or if it was like there was a lot of playing cards, themed cards at Comic-Con, so I don't know if it was just playing into that, if the theme was playing cards this year or something, but
it did feel like a narrative.
It did feel kind of product placement. It did. But you guys will see this holiday what we're talking about. And to close out, where are my banners? There we go. To close out the stream, we've got a couple Godzilla stories. I know nothing about the kaiju. I think you did. So take it away.
Yes. So first off, Godzilla and Kong has started their screen test. They seemed, from what I was reading, that they were pretty positive. The one criticism that seemed to really come out was that there was a screen time imbalance between Godzilla and Kong, favoring Kong, which sort of was the same thing that they were having during the last movie. They felt like it was a little bit more Kong-centric, and that they want to see some more Godzilla. I'm going to be honest, I think it's cheaper probably to go to Kong route probably. Yeah. I feel like the CGI for Kong is probably way cheaper than the CGI for Godzilla, so... I'm just curious to see how more of those screen tests turn out. The movie's slated to come out April of next year. So as of right now, it hasn't been pushed due to any strikes or anything, which I'm really excited for. And then the other Godzilla-related news is for a completely different movie. This is Toho's Godzilla -1, which it's really the news on this is that their U.S. release date is going to be December 1st. And ticket sales are going to go on sale for that next week on the 3rd as well. So I'm really excited for that as well. I'll definitely be in theaters for that. I love I love just all types of kaiju movies, so this is gonna be exciting.
Are you aware that there is a like Godzilla convention? I forget what it's called.
No,
There
I
is
did
a
not know
Godzilla.
that. I'm
Someone
Googling
in
it
my
right
Twitch
now.
chat told me, Mr. E, if you're out there, shout out to Mr. E. But also, I don't know why he thinks I'm into kaiju. I'm like, I'll listen. He really is. He
It's
really
called
is.
G
I
Fest.
respect. Yeah, G Fest. I respect it. But me personally, I'm like, I'm not looking up kaiju stuff when I wake up in the morning. Like, I'm not trying to keep up with Godzilla.
It's in Illinois.
Oh,
I am going next year.
Development.
It's so close. I can drive to this. I will be there next year.
Oh, there you go. Stay tuned, everybody. But dude, you're missing a very important piece of kaiju media that dropped recently.
Gamera, however you pronounce it. Is that the one you're talking about?
No.
Gamera.
Oh, kaiju number 8.
No.
Oh, then what are you
Although that was
talking
cool.
about? Oh, I don't know.
There's more kaiju news. That's not any of that.
The Rise of Kong video game.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no wonder I don't remember that because I tried to forget. I want to play the game. I'm not gonna lie. I do want to play it.
That when y'all were talking about it in my Twitch chat while I was streaming Final Fantasy 16, and I thought y'all were talking about a new Netflix show or something. I was like, oh, okay, it's just another, like, I thought Gamera just came out, but whatever, they got another one. They got another one going. Come to find out it's a game, because what interested me about what you guys were saying was that you thought it was bad, and I was like, for Mr. E to say something kaiju is bad, like, it's gotta really be bad. So yeah, that's wild. If y'all haven't seen that in the chat, look up IGN like demo of Rise of Kong. It's a sight to behold.
Gollum. It's the Lord of the Rings Gollum level bad. Like, that game was so bad that studio stopped their development arm. Like, I'm curious if that's going to happen now. It's bad, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
not look like next year. I don't know.
It looks like PS1.
Yeah.
Yeah. No arguments.
Oh, that's bad.
It's interesting because, like, it's created a lot of, I guess, conversation around the game because it's so bad. And somebody was like, what's going on with the sense of scale? Because, King Kong's supposed to be huge, and he looks just about as big as all the other creatures and the plant life. And somebody was like, well, maybe he's on Skull Island. I'm like, and somebody said, even on Skull Island, King Kong was as big as the trees. So yeah, where are they right now? What is happening?
I mean, it's called Skull Island: The Rise of Kong.
Kong is much bigger in like Kong vs. Godzilla, mainly because he has to match Godzilla, so they keep making him bigger. Kong is not normally that big. He's big.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but he's still about the size of a tree.
Like, he's
probably bigger than a tree, but it's just, I just know some people are like surprised, but I'm like, he's not normally that big. Like, the biggest Kong we ever got was Godzilla vs. King Kong.
Like, he's usually, they envision him to be about 40 to 50 feet tall.
Wow, he's almost as tall as me. Crazy.
She's big, guys. Okay.
Yeah, never heard those allegations.
I stood over the convention center and watched the screenings like this. I'm like, oh, cool. That's dope.
No joke, man. She's
not that tall.
I'm not. There's a narrative that I'm like 7 feet tall.
I'm trying to beat the rap, but I can't. I'm not gonna let her.
Yeah, I guess Godzilla versus Kong had him at 335 feet.
Dang, wow. Yeah, that's really
big. Well, because Godzilla was 394 feet. You can't have a 40-foot gorilla trying to fight a nearly 400-foot lizard.
I mean, think about this. Think about how entertaining that could be if he could still compete.
But I don't think
and that was the problem.
Yeah. he couldn't compete at the size that he was
fake.
at.
Fake. Just make it so it happened. Make this 40-foot gorilla compete with this 300.
My monster grow.
I put it in the chat for you guys to see.
It's terrible. I saw it already. I don't want to relive those pictures.
That's I don't know, man. It's been a rough year in gaming
Electrifying.
in terms of on the dev side of things. And I guess this game kind of is evidence of that. Not specifically this year, but just the fact that, when devs are not given the time to work on their games, or they're given like projects that they don't want to work on, or a combination of both.
That was the other thing with this game. I think they said that they were given like literally a year, like, yo, start to finish, get that done.
Yeah. I was listening to a podcast earlier today where they were talking about the fact that apparently, and for the Mario Wonder credits, like only really 5 people are credited. So like really 5 people made the whole game, but they're all like Nintendo veterans. So I guess, they've had enough time to be put through the paces and learn what the process is like to really build out like a really good game. So that's kind of part of it too, is that game devs, depending on the gig, like you might not be retained for the next project. Like you might just have to be on to the next. So there's a lot of things within entertainment that need some work, and some possible strikes need to happen. So
yeah, I would agree.
Wow.
It's a lot of things. But with that, did you have any other comments about Godzilla panels?
No, I didn't.
The floor.
No, but I wanted to talk some gargoyles before we left.
Oh, that's right. You should have gone. I almost forgot.
I'm offended.
Actually, I did forget. I truly did forget. I'm sorry.
My apologies. I didn't have it on the docket either. I forgot.
Yeah, I was looking at the docket.
I don't even know what news you're talking about, so I'm curious.
Yeah, please enlighten us, Joel.
Gargoyles is going to be made into a live-action series. So for anybody that grew up with the 90s Gargoyles cartoon, and it's on Disney Plus, obviously. So the producers of the Annabelle franchise, but they've done a lot more than that. It's James Wan and what's
okay.
Gary, is it Doberman?
Doberman. Yeah. So the both of them, especially, I mean, primarily, I think Doberman, they're streamlining, they're headlining that act to move Gargoyles to live action. And obviously, that was a very popular show for people my age from that time.
Great! It was fire.
It was fire. Yeah, especially back then. It was one of the cooler shows from back then. I can't wait to see what they do with it when we fucking get the chance to do it. Considering obviously the strikes makes things slow down, but at least they can start writing it or whatever, start in that direction. So I do look forward to seeing who they cast as the Gargoyles.
Yeah,
the extra characters. So it's gonna be fun because
we were talking about it off air. Goliath. I still want to know who they're gonna have as Goliath, because
Goliath is the main guy. So
Keith David was his voice actor, so you gotta Keith David. He has that commanding deep voice.
Absolutely.
And granted, you could still just have him voice it and then do whatever you want, like CGI it, but if you're not going that route, you need to have somebody with that commanding deep voice.
I'm kind of wondering, like, what route they'll take with this show, because they are like, I guess they're gargoyles during the day, and then at nighttime is when they like come to life, right?
They're statues.
Statues. Yeah, they're statues during the day, and then at night they like start walking around and stuff. So I don't know.
There are also human characters in here, like Goliath. He had a legit human love interest.
Yeah, there's more to it out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot more lore. And actually, I think it was the guy that Young Justice said. He originally was the writer on that show, right?
Oh, was he?
Greg Weissman.
Right? I forget his name.
Yeah, Greg Weissman.
Nice. But yeah, I think he's doing a comic book now. So it's like there's a lot to unleash there that we only got so much of it in the cartoon. So I'm very excited. When I found that, and people have been talking about it forever, at least within some of the nerd spaces here, that we should do a live action Gargoyles. How's that not been a thing yet? I remember Jordan Peele was attached to the idea of it at one point. At least he was rumored for it for a while. And look, it might be coming to life. So I'm very excited.
It's gonna be great.
Oh, he's the showman of Young Justice.
There you go, the showrunner of Young Justice. There you go.
He's always the one saying, "Watch it so it can get renewed."
He's great. I like him.
90 episodes. I didn't know they had that many.
Yeah.
I love that show. That show was great. I might go back and watch it because I never finished it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
they bring it back because they ended.
That ending was insane. Like that cliffhanger at the end.
That was a hell of a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
It made me sad because I saw that was in 2022. Apparently, wow, I didn't realize it was that long ago.
Yep.
Oh man.
What? Oh, you're talking about Young Justice now?
Yeah, the cliffhanger ending. I know you said you didn't.
But that's how it happened the first time that
it is.
They left us with this big ass fucking cliffhanger, almost kind of similar, which is weird. and they did it again, motherfuckers.
My WB, let Amazon produce it. Like, stop playing.
Something because
let them have it so they can do it.
Young Justice is
Consistently do it, not all these breaks. So,
well, that's why I don't like the fact that it still hasn't been greenlit. You're like sitting here, like, damn, man.
I don't know if it will be.
I don't know if it will be either, but it was a good show. It had a great time. I'm glad it came back.
It's so sad that it won't likely be greenlit because of what they're trying to do moving forward.
Yeah, with the talent and everything.
Yeah,
I don't understand that.
Just like give it to Amazon, let them do it. You let them do that Batman show, whatever it was called.
Right.
That's true. They could do whatever else real shit on there.
Yeah.
Let live there.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's the only hope we'll have to see. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully. But yeah, with that, I think that concludes the show. So, there was a lot to catch up with. I'm sure a lot of other things we'll probably be talking about here in the near future. But I want to thank everybody for joining us. Please be sure to leave a like and comment. Maybe some news that we might have missed. What did we miss? Please make sure to let us know. And we will make sure to discuss it. Hopefully, let's see. Today's Wednesday. Next week on Monday. I'm sorry. I'm like,
Jamie's
no, it's fine. I thought today was Tuesday. It's fine.
The flame is going out. But how can the people continue to support you and keep up with what you're doing?
You can find me on all social media at dig_DEE, which is right underneath my name here. You can see my personal YouTube page, which has its first video up.
Why didn't you say something?
I did. I posted it's my review of the Bose Quiet Comfort Ultra headphones.
Oh, I thought that was a TikTok for some reason.
I did an unboxing and then I did the review. Okay. Both of them are up on my personal page. I have some other videos that are in the works. I wanted to get that out quick, and I can do more of a formal launch as we finish out this year and going into next year. All of my geek-related stuff, you can either obviously find me here or at the Geek Set Podcast YouTube page and on social media at Geek Set Podcast. So you got two ways to find me, depending on what you're looking for.
Like and subscribe it all.
Yep.
Follow it all. Trayvon, I know you got some things cooking over there as well. Let the people know.
Stove kind of cold right now.
Nah, turn it back on.
No, man, we're gonna get we gonna work on that.
Heat it up.
After that, I mean, yeah, I got the iPhone and stuff that I did that, but after that I was like,
Did you make a video about Comic-Con? Talk about Comic-Con?
No.
There you go.
I posted some pictures of it. You can see them on Instagram.
I saw. I liked them.
I did see that.
You can follow me at Nerd with the Tech everywhere, except on Twitter. There's _ at the back of it. I mean, you'll see what I do.
You'll see what I do is great.
Be careful.
Oh, okay.
I'll just play it. It's just a joke, kind of.
All right then.
Kinda.
The chatter after is not responsible for what Trayvon posts. Any opinions that Trayvon posts are his own. Joel, how can the people keep up with you and support you?
They can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. That's kind of the only thing I'm on at the moment. On Facebook, but it really just put it on Instagram. With Joel _ J27 right down there. Just look at there.
Yeah, don't find me on Facebook. I won't add you.
Yeah, I mean, good luck, but yeah, I rarely even get those. There are times once somebody asked me to be a friend one time, I didn't find out till years later. I'm like, Jesus Christ, are those not coming in? Like, I don't even know. It's crazy.
Damn. Yeah, I don't use Facebook. I got one, but I don't use it. Don't try.
I use Messenger.
I do use Messenger.
Too.
Yeah,
I use Messenger too.
It's
a good app. The Facebook Messenger is a good app.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, and I've been your host, Swiper, aka Swiper Prime, also known as Swiper Art on a lot of platforms as well. I made a mistake with the naming scheme, but y'all know what it is. I got it here on this right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right there on the screen.
It's there.
Yeah, so feel free to follow me on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Well, talk to y'all. Talk to y'all next week.
What an ending.
I'm like,
I get it. No, don't. It's great.
I couldn't even think of other social media platforms today.
There are so many, honestly.
Yeah, I'm. It's over. It's over. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your week. For anybody that's watching Loki, new episode comes out tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah. Damn. You know what? What's everybody watching real quick? That is something I completely skipped.
What's that?
Oh, I'm watching all anime right now. To be honest, it's The Kingdom of Ruin is probably my latest one that I started, and that's great.
Sounds like a mess.
It's about the people they used to love, like witch, they used to revere them, they used to be fearful of them, and human technology has gotten so advanced that now they're sort of like, we can beat y'all, like you guys are not a threat anymore. So it's sort of telling that story after that. And Miracle Chan, that's the other one I'm watching, which is about a girl who she sees ghosts, but her way of dealing with it is just trying to ignore it. So it could say if there's like a ghost just floating by my head right now, she would see it and just be like, all right, yeah, so anyway, and just act like nothing happened. That's her way of dealing with it. Both of those are great.
Man. That's wild.
Interesting.
Last two things I've been watching were Attack on Titan. We've been doing a rewatch amongst the group. Well, not all together all the time, but we've collectively singularly been rewatching Attack on Titan.
I think I need to up my episodes or I'm not gonna make it in time.
I don't think I'm gonna make it either, but at this point I'm like, if I watch it a few days after, it's only one episode.
Yeah.
It's whatever. So
I know the ending, so I guess I read it, so I guess
I'll be all right. But yeah, I've been watching Attack on Titan, and then most recently, I actually just finished the Captain Laserhawk series that's on Netflix. There's
I do too.
Yeah, a lot of little Easter eggs from different Ubisoft franchises. It's really cool. I think the art direction for it is kind of insane. I'm kind of shocked that a show like this even got approved to begin with. There's a lot of different animation techniques, and they were super ambitious with this. And the fact that somebody greenlit this, it gives me hope that we'll see more creative projects like this in the future. So
they have another show, same people, live action. I forgot what the name of it. Damn it. It's a superhero, but it's kind of like their version of Watchmen or whatever. Completely small budget, but very creative. If you watch, it has same feels as Captain Laserhawk, but less animation, obviously. But it's super weird and creative, super weird, and it's a little violent. like,
Okay.
but it's good. It's very good, very well done. It's definitely for mature. Kids can't watch that, but it's super. I gotta remember the name of it. But I really enjoyed it, and like those people, they're really good at their job. They're really
Yeah.
creative. They do it on, they're obviously doing it on a budget, and they know
Mhm.
how to work under that budget in creative ways.
Yeah, I'm very shocked with what they've done. It's been very impressive.
Like, they're awesome.
But
Very
yeah,
cool.
those are my top two. Let's see. Joelle, what is the last two things you watched?
Oh, the last two things I watched. I'm watching everything, so I'm always constantly like I'm the opposite of everybody here. I'm always watching something or several things at once, and anime on top of it. so like I currently like the thing I'm really enjoying a lot right now is Sex Education on Netflix. Fantastic show, like
Really interesting.
fantastic show. I really enjoy the hell.
My mom started watching it, and I was like, I don't want to know.
It's so good. Like it's not what I thought it was at all. it's so good. That's really taken up a lot of my time lately. I'm obviously watching Loki like everyone. Gen V has been great. Can't wait to almost finish. It's almost done, right? Something like that. So very excited to finish that off.
First season's over, I believe. Is it over?
Oh, when did the episodes come out? Wednesdays or Thursdays?
I have no idea. I haven't been watching.
This week is for sure the last week though, because it ends and then the next week Invincible starts.
Oh, it was probably this week because I know I didn't see the finale yet.
It's on 6.
I guess so.
Oh.
7 because tomorrow or the 27th it'll be the 7th one.
Okay.
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah. So technically tomorrow then, because they usually show it at like 7 o'clock on the Thursday before.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Wait. Cool. And Trayvon.
Oh wait, no, it says there's 8 on the Wikipedia. I'm sorry, guys. I guess it's literally ending the day Invincible starts.
Oh,
okay.
That's the day of. Oh,
yeah. So it's literally ending that day.
You're ready to watch some.
I thought when they said like it was ending as Invincible started, they meant like, okay, it's gonna end one week and then Invincible starts the next week.
Which would be nice, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I the Fall of the House of Usher. I'm watching that too. Very good. I haven't finished it yet, but
I like the first episode. I'm not watching it at night though.
Oh, it's not that bad.
It's like right now it's not bad. But I could see a scenario where it just goes off the wall and then I can't sleep.
It's not that bad.
For me, I mean, it's all watching Loki, Gen V. I need to finish Gen V. Loki comes on every week, and you guys watch it, so I watch it. And
not to mention it.
It's just telling the truth. And then I don't know if it's like Elite or Elite. I could just say Elite. It's a Spanish show, but I watch it in English. I mean, come fight me. And it's on Netflix, and it's so fun. It's just so. It's not. Okay, I say it's fun, but it's because it's so messy. Like it's so much betrayal, drama, sex, all kind of shit going on in this show. Yeah, I've been watching. I think it's on season 7 right now, and then told them that it's season 8 will be the last, which I love when they do that, so they know when they're ending, not just abruptly going away. So I'm assuming this season is going to end with some kind of mess, and they'll continue it again with It's just been a really good show. Like since the beginning, there were students, and then some of those students get killed off. Then there are new students next season. Then some of them get killed off. It's just a lot of mess, a lot of drama, like a very high drama, rich people school that these scholarship the kids come to, and the mess ensues. Basically, yeah, it's very good though. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah. That's really it. I don't think I have anything else that I'm watching, because if I'm not watching that, I'm playing Spider-Man. So, and that's I beat the main story. I'm pretty sure I play a few more things. There's some things that I don't want to do, so probably not. And then I'll probably go back to Final Fantasy because I do need to finish that. So,
yeah, you should finish it. I want to talk about it.
Keep hearing the ending's bad, so I'm anticipating what that looks like.
Bad overstatement.
Oh, okay.
Depends on how you like finale, like how
Okay.
things actually end. Do you don't mind if it ending, or do you like continuation? Something like that.
Okay, I'll ask a question. Final Fantasy games usually when you like, let's say we go from 16 to 17, do they usually continue characters on or no?
There's
That's-
all an anthology
That's
series.
usually- Yeah,
Ah.
there are some that have sequels, like
Okay.
10
Yeah.
sequel and 13 at sequel, but
hmm
it's not common. Usually it ends. They'll
Is
get
this
the-
usually
like
do
nowadays-
they is this first one like this where like the abilities and stuff like the
This
way
is the
he has
first
all
one of
the
its
the
kind
magic?
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This is very
Yeah.
unique.
The only commonality is that there's usually always a character named Sid and there's Chocobo.
Oh,
That's
okay.
about it.
Wow.
I mean, the
Okay.
weapons are very similar. Monsters are very similar to.
Mhm.
They're always named the same. There's a lot of lore that's very similar that they get transfers over. Like they've been named icons before.
Mhm.
Normally they're just summons.
Yep.
This is the first time you could turn into one. That's fucking insane. It's dope.
That's cool.
Well, I kind of feel like they need to keep that thing for me to continue with this franchise.
Well, I mean, they're all different.
Just
That's
saying.
why.
It's
They're
I
all-
need magic. I need that. I love that.
Well,
That's
they
what
all
drew
have
me
magic.
in.
They all have magic.
Like this though. I need it like this. I need it like,
They're not that. The only difference is like it's not. This is the first one where it's like action based.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most of them aren't they all mostly turn based?
yeah. And that's what I
A
don't like
lot
that.
of them have been
Yeah.
in the past, but like
Mostly
this
in the
more
past.
like the modern Final Fantasy has been more of a combination of action and turn based,
Yeah.
like the real time strategy kind of thing.
Yeah.
This is
Kinda
the
like
first
Kingdom
one that
Hearts.
went like full into
Yeah.
action.
Yeah, this
Right.
one went full action. This one's like Devil May Cry action.
Yeah.
Like, whereas like not 13. What was it? Not 15. Was it 15? Yes, it was 15. 14 is the MMO.
Oh yeah.
So 15 is the one with like the 4 guys in the car.
Yeah. Mhm.
Again, they keep,
Nice.
swear to God, they just keep minimizing the rosters. I'm like, stop doing that because my favorite thing is the party. But whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, Joel. There are certain characters that will not be party characters in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
I know.
Ooh.
Well, I already know, and I'm not happy about it because like
I'm
I
not
did that. They
happy
did that at
about
the
it.
end of 7, where they're like, "Oh,
Mhm.
you can play with him, but you can't use him." I'm like, "What the fuck is the point then?" I'm not without getting into spoilers. But you can use him in Rebirth, so I'm very excited. And they're gonna do the same thing. That they're gonna mess with me. I know they are. But because I guess it's 3 parts, fine,
Yep.
whatever. But I'm very excited. I love Final Fantasy as a series. It's a great series
Mhm.
overall, even though they're all different stories. Again,
Fantastic.
it's all there's several a lot of elements are the same, but the stories are different. Which Final Fantasy is fun that way.
7 Remake is my next game after I finish
Thank-
Spider-Man.
Oh
Well,
yeah. Oh.
I mean that's the next game I'm buying after maybe Mario Wonder.
It's on the 7 Remake is on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, you should play that. Dang.
I played
Okay.
it. I stopped.
Oh.
I didn't finish it. I stopped like halfway through it.
My game's
So I'm just gonna start completely over.
It does feel like a journey. It does.
yeah, but it's a good journey. Right, I want
It
to play
is.
retro.
It is. Our RPGs, they do tend to take a while.
Yeah,
do.
it's after Spider-Man, pretty
I'm
much for the
surprised
rest
I
of the year
finished.
is backlog.
I got Zelda, so imagine.
Yeah, y'all know I just finished Zelda and it came out in May. So
I got Zelda. It's gonna take me a while.
it takes a while. It takes a while.
I'm like, I'm never gonna finish it before 7, whatever.
I
Oh,
mean,
Rebirth.
I don't know.
Rebirth. I mean, well, we'll see how
it
far
depends
I
on
am.
how
with
much
that
side
thing.
stuff you do. Because maybe you can do the side stuff after you beat the game if you still want to do it, but I don't know.
I did the same thing with 16. Like I didn't overdo it with the side stuff. Like I try to get all the shrines before I finish Zelda though. Like,
Oh God! Well,
I got them all last time before I
that's
finished.
not
I was
happening
like,
before Rebirth. That's not happening. before Rebirth.
got all the shrines before I left. Like, okay, this shrine.
That's
get this one.
crazy. Wow.
That's my personal goals
Respect.
usually. I know there's more now, so it's like,
Respect. Yep. Damn. Well, now this is the official end. I didn't forget anything, right? Let me double check. Yeah, I didn't forget
No,
anything.
that's everything.
That's the end of the document, everybody. That's the end of the stream. Thank you once again. I don't know if anybody dipped off after I said, "All right, guys, see you later." But if you're
Whoops.
still here, you're a real one. Put in the comments.
thanks for staying.
Like I don't know. I was here. Put put out what's here in the comments. And yeah, we will see you guys in the next stream. Until then, everybody keep watching movies and shows. I think that's how the intro goes, right?
I don't know, something like
I think
that.
so.
Keep watching. I was gonna say keep watching anime, but this is not the Amateur Otaku. But yeah, keep watching stuff. Do it.
Why are you pointing at them like
Do it.
you?
Do it.
So that way they know I'm serious, Stitch. It's an intimidation thing. I'll talk about it after the stream. All right. Bye, everybody.
Do your theme music.
No, gosh. Why?